has been hijacked by so many people. It has been hijacked by those in Tora Bora who claim that Islam is a religion of bloodshed and terror. And they are a minority. They are so few, so little, and they have no knowledge at all. And it also has been hijacked by a number of schools of thought, moderates, well actually contemporary, not moderate, contemporary schools nowadays who claim to have the ultimate truth, who say and justify everything they do, and they find a justification to what they are doing or preaching the people, not through the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, but through the difference in the opinions of scholars. And there are people who hijack Islam due to their political agenda. So they're using their Islam political games. There are people who have hijacked Islam because they have gained a lot of wealth and made a lot of power by claiming to be the ultimate speakers of Islam. And if you look in the arena, you find that you are in a jungle. Everyone claims to be saying the truth and nothing but the truth. And of course this is an allegation that I'm claiming that also can bounce back at me. So someone could come and say, okay, Shaykh Asim, MashaAllah, but you are also claiming to have the ultimate truth. So who do we believe? Well, the answer is very easy, yet it is quite difficult to implement unless Allah will guide you to take the right path. The ultimate truth lies in the Quran and in the Sunnah, and understanding the Quran and the Sunnah through the understanding of our righteous predecessors, through the understanding of our Salaf. Without this methodology of thinking, you would go astray. Following the Quran and Sunnah, nobody disputes about this. A real proper Muslim would never come and say, yes, we follow the Quran and Sunnah, but this hadith is out of date, or this verse of the Quran cannot be applicable this time of year, and therefore we rather neglect it or ignore it or whatever. Now there isn't a Muslim that claims to be a Muslim, and there isn't a Muslim who is a true Muslim who would say this. Yet the problem lies in understanding the Quran and the Sunnah through the understanding of the Prophet ﷺ, through the understanding of the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, through the understanding of the righteous predecessors, our Salaf, our old scholars who knew Islam properly, who knew the Arabic. And having said that, we are not stating that one should neglect his own intellect, should not think, and should be just a parrot saying whatever the predecessors had said. No, we have to not blindly follow them, but follow them in what goes in line, side by side with the Quran and Sunnah. Because even in our righteous predecessors, we would find difference of opinions. So anyone who would follow an opinion would be on the safe side? Definitely not. Allah tells us, and if you dispute over an issue, refer back to the Quran and to the Sunnah, to Allah and to His Prophet. Of course, Allah meaning to the Quran, and to His Messenger meaning to the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Therefore, this saves and rescues our religion, our beautiful Islam, from these hijackers. And whenever I see a scholar speaking, I would respect him, I would think highly of him, but I would not follow him until I look into his deeds and I hear his rhetoric and then filter that through the Quran and the Sunnah. And whatever coincides, whatever goes side by side with the Quran and Sunnah, with understanding of the righteous predecessors, I would accept it and I would embrace it and I would do it, inshallah. And this is how you become a moderate Muslim. Not by following and falling under the pressure of the disbelievers, not by saying, well, this is what time requires and I have to compromise my religion, I have to give in. Abadan, never. To be a moderate Muslim is to follow the footsteps of the Prophet ﷺ. So the Prophet ﷺ grew his beard and had it left without trimming it, then this is the moderate way of being a Muslim. If the Prophet ﷺ used to pray the 5 daily prayers in the masjid, regardless of whatever condition things were, and he would not compromise these prayers due to work or to obligations, then this is being moderate. If being moderate tells me that I cannot extend the length of my trousers as a man below my ankles, even if it doesn't look well, this is the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, and by following it, I am the moderate Muslim. This is the moderation we're talking about. This is being on the middle path. This is how you judge things. If I see a woman covered up from head to toe, I would not dare and say this is extremism. I would say that this is being moderate. Nowadays, in Muslim world and in Muslim countries, they claim, these hijackers claim, that a moderate woman is a woman that wears colorful clothes and exposes her face, her arms, part of her legs, wearing a nice dress, exposing her beauty, wearing makeup, wearing perfume, and mixing with the men. They claim that this is a moderate woman, this is a modern woman. She might be modern, but she is definitely not a practicing true Muslim woman. And Allah Azza wa Jalla knows best.